Hello, it's Lisa again, and we are taking a deep dive into the wealth mindset. And this is our third installment of the top 8 things that you must stop doing now if you want to unlock your wealth potential. Number 3 is going to be difficult, but you got to do it. You have to stop blaming everyone else. You've met those people. No matter what happens, somebody else did them wrong. Somebody else messed something up, and it's all their fault. They did absolutely nothing wrong. Oh, how could you dare say I made a mistake? Here's the problem with that. Everything has something to do with you. For every action, there's an equal yet opposite reaction. That goes back from grammar school. So every time you take some type of action, there's a reaction. And every time somebody takes action, there's a reaction from you. So even if you did not take the first initial motion, how did you respond? See, the bottom line is everybody has to look within. If you really want to get to the higher level of achievement, you can't change other people. There is going to be a whole slew of things that you're going to deal with throughout your whole entire life. Bad co-workers, crazy boss, crazy family, crazy drivers. Do you curse everybody out that cuts you off when you're driving? Are you one of those road rage people? By the time you get to work, you're cursing out your colleagues because you're mad because somebody cut you off. See, what people don't understand is bad energy travels. It travels. Somebody makes you mad, so now you make somebody else mad, now somebody else is mad. Somebody has to stop it somewhere. Why not you? Why not make that person be yourself? Why not stop that transfer of bad energy? And instead of looking at everybody else and say, well, he did it to me, blaming everybody else, instead say, how could I have responded differently? Why am I letting that person's bad attitude and negative energy control me? Why do I want to get revenge? Is that hurting them, or is it really hurting you? At the end of the day, blaming others allows you to give up control to somebody else. I don't know about you. I don't want anybody controlling me. I don't want my destiny to be in somebody else's hands. So now you have to take control of your own destiny. Because the bottom line is, if you look within and understand that you can't control someone else, that energy instead can be put into controlling you. You can turn that negative into a positive. And instead of spending that time being angry, throwing yourself off your game, you can instead work on, okay, you know what? I'm shutting that down. I'm shutting that anger down. I'm shutting that negativity down. I'm shutting all of that down. And I'm going to work for it and do what I can do. Now, some people might say, Lisa, you act like things don't happen. You act like, we're not dealing with forces in society. Oh, I do understand being a Black woman. And I'm sure others of you have your own stories. You have to deal with those forces, yes. And I'm not saying these forces are not real. All of the isms, ageism, racism, classism, we're in a world of billions of people. We clearly know that these forces exist. But here's the question that I have for you. Are you going to allow that to stop you? Are you going to believe what others are saying about you? Oh, you're too old, so you can't learn something new. Can't teach your old dog a new trick, right? Are you that old dog that learned a new trick? Ha! You showed them. You cannot buy into people's stereotypes of you, people's views of you. You can't buy into that. I don't for 1 second believe that you can't learn something new. I don't for 1 second believe that the color of your skin changes your ability to do something. I don't believe it, and neither should you. And so with that being said, yes, the barriers exist. People are breaking glass ceilings every day. People are changing lives every day. People are changing their own trajectories every day. So you don't have to buy into that. You just have to understand that your energy is precious. Your efforts are precious. Your self-belief is precious. You can't let anybody damage that. The key to taking that power back is to not blame them. Blame yourself. Because if you take the time to blame yourself and say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have responded that way, you'll start locking into ways that you can improve yourself. Where other people are stuck, you're improving. And they'll go, man, how do you do that? How in the world did you not curse that person out? They did X, Y, and Z to you. And you say to yourself, you know what? That is meaningless to my life. That is not indicative of the path that I'm taking. That is not me cursing them out. That is a display of my greatness. And so you have to take that power back. Stop blaming other people. Blame yourself. Look within, figure out what you can change, and better yourself every day. There's one more thing that I think that we really need to be aware of as we're running around blaming everybody else. The one thing that I've noticed, part of this comes from the fact that my mother was a child care expert for 40 years. God rest her soul. She taught kindergartners, and I always asked her why she loved teaching kids that young, because I did not. I taught college. And she said, because this is the time to shape their minds. She said, once they get about 7, 8 years old, they're pretty much set how they're going to be. And if they didn't get the right things put into them, they were not off to a good start. So she felt that the young kids needed to get a good start. Why am I mentioning that? I'm mentioning that because some of us in our adult lives are still blaming our parents. We're still blaming our parents for who we're not today. Yes, you may have not gotten a good start. It happens. One of the things that I think that all of us are called to do is to see our parents as people. Just regular old flawed people. They're not perfect. Neither are we. Are you the perfect parent? I'm sure you try. And guess what? Your parents probably tried to the best of their ability. But their ability may have been hindered by their upbringing. And I think this is an important concept to understand because so many of us are still blaming them. You can't. If you are going to get ahead in life, you have to decide for yourself, what am I missing? What didn't I get? What pieces do I need to surround myself with to be successful? And that's where mentors come in. If you didn't have great parenting, for instance, you can sure in the hell find a good mentor. That can be a mentor in terms of a mother or father figure. That can be a mentor in terms of how you need to develop in your professional life. Find what you're missing. But if you keep spending your energy blaming somebody else for what you're not today, you're giving your power away. So that one's probably the toughest of all of the blame that you need to stop assigning to other people. Put that energy into yourself. Figure out what you're missing. Get it, move forward, and conquer.